back again. So, thank you guys for being patient with me. I promise you I'm going to figure out how to make longer, like, how to upload longer videos. Because, again, sometimes it told me, like, sometimes it'll let me, as you guys saw, I have some longer videos. Sometimes it'll, like, say the video is too long to upload. And I don't want to have to retalk. I don't want to have to, like, cut a bunch of stuff out. It's just doing too much. So, anyways, so the medical exam. So, you get into the medical part. She'll check your feet. So, say, let me see your feet. You know, check the bottom, see if you're flat footed or not. If you're flat footed, you're not gonna pass. Um, me, she said you're basically flat footed. She said to me, she's like, you're basically flat footed, but I'm gonna pass you because you're not completely flat footed. Like you have an arch. I guess there's different names to like how arched your foot is. Because you're not completely flat footed, but you're. She's like you're pretty much there. Like you're not, but you're there. Like you have an arch, but barely. It's like, well, I'm gonna pass you since you're not completely flat footed. So I was really excited about that. I didn't know it was flat footed because I see an arch in my feet. I mean, but I guess to them it's they want more of an arch, but I'm not all the way flat footed, so whatever. Um, so before you guys start saying stuff, no, I am not flat footed because I can just see now someone feeling like, oh, well, in the video you said, no, I'm not flat footed. I have an arch. You need an arch. That's what flat foot is when you don't have one. It's just not like super defined. So, getting off of that. Um, then she'll have you sit on the little thing you sit on at a regular doctor's appointment. So check your spine. She'll tell you to breathe in, breathe out. Check your front and back. For your breathing. She'll check your ears. So check your eyes. She'll tell you to lay down for females, and this is we're all adults, so I'm gonna try to give you a visual, but you'll lay down. You'll just there's no you don't have to put your foot on anything. You just like lay like, with your feet like this, but open obviously, and then she'll like open up your vagina like this, just to look like that. That's it. Then she tells you lift up your legs, and she'll just like look at your hole, not touch it or anything, but she'll just look at it. And again, you guys, this is like I don't know if it's like a doctor to doctor like preference how one person does it. The next might not. Like one might be super super detailed and one might not. I feel like my doctor was moderate. I don't know. Like she didn't really sexy check, but like wasn't too from what I've heard like hand on. Um, so she did that. She told me to sit back down. She says. Then she checked everything else that I had done throughout the whole medical. Because once you're done with that medical, the examination, you're finished. You're done. So there's an order, and at the end of this video I'll go over the order. But yeah, so she's like she checks everything from the vision, the hearing, everything. She checks the weight. She was like, you are over what you're supposed to be, but since you're within a percentile of what you're supposed to be, I'll pass you. But I need you to lose some weight before boot camp. I don't know why that was her concern. I mean, I'm not mad. I'm just saying I don't know why that was her concern. She's just a doctor. But I mean, that's good. I'm happy that she's concerned that I guess I need to lose weight before boot camp. It was funny hearing a doctor say, "Oh, before boot camp." I don't care. I mean, I'm not being rude. I don't care. I was just, anyways. I hella went off track. So, um, so it's like thank you, and yeah, and she stamped everything, stamped everything, stamped everything. She said, "Okay, take this to the front." Again, you're gonna visit that front medical desk like 4 or 5 times. Go give it to her. So I had to wait in line. Went up. She was stamping. A lot of stamping going on. Stamping, stamping, stamping. She's like, "You're good. Okay, you passed." Now I told you guys about my hearing thing. How I didn't. The technician didn't sign mine, but signed everyone else's. So I thought I failed. So I thought she only like said I passed the medical part. So she said, "Take your file and go to the front of the desk in the lobby." And this is the front lobby where you check in and she gives you directions where to go next. So I go to her. She looks at it. It's like, "Okay, congratulations, you passed physical." I said I passed every like station, everything. She's like, "Yeah, you did." I was like, "Yeah." I was happy. She said, "Go to the army office," and you obviously gave me the proper name, Leon Day. Can't say it. Leon's office. Go to the army office, and so I did that. I went. The guy looked at it. He's like, "Okay, good job. You passed." He asked me if I ate. I said no. So he's like, "Go get your lunch." So like the room that we all came in the very beginning, they had food. They had a brown paper bag. They served sandwich, either turkey or ham, chips, cookie, banana, soda or water, and the condiments for the sandwiches. I'm an onion lover. I put a bunch of onion. Oh, I'm gonna tell you guys about me. I was a vegetarian, but I'm not right now. But I'm probably gonna go back to it. I'll explain that in a whole other video. But anyways, so and I'm saying it because people watching me who probably know me for the last year have been a vegetarian. But yeah, anyways. So I went to eat. So when you're done eating, come back. So I tore that food up because I was super hungry. Although I was eating a lot, like I ate at the hotel when I got there Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday night, and then in the morning on Thursday. I didn't eat a lot. I was very small because I didn't. I already knew I was gonna be over my weight limit, but I knew that there's a chance I could still pass the taping. But I didn't want to eat too much and get bloated and then not pass that. And I passed. I was 4% away from not passing, so I'm glad. But I went to town and ate that food. It was really good. I went back to the Army office. The guy called me in the back office and said, "So I see you were only doing your physical today." I said, "Yes, sir." He said, "What are you waiting for?" I said, "A dependency waiver." He said, "Okay, sounds good. Well, you've passed. Congratulations. You can call your recruiter to come get you." So, oh yeah, when you guys first get there, there's like a storage office, like a room you put all your stuff in, your belongings, and it's locked. And the only way it gets unlocked is if you go to the front desk, she buzzes you in, and no one can have their phone on you at all. So I had to. There's only a couple designated areas you can use your phone. That's only in the offices. So I had to take my phone and walk to the Army office, call my recruiter there, and then put my phone back into the storage room until my recruiter came and got me. Now, it wasn't my recruiter, it was another recruiter, but I called my recruiter and was like, "Hey, I passed." He's like, "I know." I was like, "How did you know?" So, you guys, what's interesting is every time you pass a station, when you do your hearing and it's in the system, you do your as you do each station, it's logged into the computer and your recruiter sees it in real time. So he's like, "Yeah, I saw everything you did when you were doing it. When you did your hearing, it was in the system. When you did this, it was in the system. So I knew you passed each. So that's interesting and cool to know." And so, like I said, I came on a shuttle. I got done because all I did was my physical. I didn't swear in. Everyone else who swore in had to wait. I don't know what time the next swearing was in, but they had to wait until they swore in. But I was done, and when I've lost track of time. I thought it was late in the afternoon, but it was only like 12:30 because I had to eat. So it was like 12:30, and around 1 o'clock. So I only waited for like 30 minutes. A different recruiter came in that I knew, and I was like, "Hey," he's like, "Hey, am I picking you up?" I said, "Yes." And he had dropped off two recruits to take their ASVAB. So we had to wait for them, but we went to get food, and then we just like sat in his car and chit chatted about like army stuff, and then we picked them up and we left. So I try to be as detailed as I could about what like the order you're gonna do and what's gonna be talked about. Um, you guys can ask me any questions. Like I've already been through the physical, so I may have left out a few things. If you have a question about something or you heard about something going on in another MEPS and you want to ask if it happened at our MEPS, you can ask. Like I said, there's a chance that I may have missed something. I don't know. The next video I'm gonna make is the exercises we did during the physical. So I'm just gonna go over the order one more time. What you're gonna do. First thing you're gonna do when you get to MEPS, you're gonna have a briefing about what you're gonna do for the whole day. Then you're gonna have to take the TAPIS test, which is the 120 questions. Again, some people had to take it, some people didn't. So I don't know if it's because their branch didn't require it or because they already did it. Another thing, Air Force. A lot of people for the Air Force had to do like a weight thingy. So after they're done physical, a lot of people. I was wondering what's going on. Then I asked, and they was like, if you're in the Air Force, you have to pass this test where you have to lift weights up, like you have to whatever. So they did that. So Air Force people, if you're looking, you'll have to do that, I guess. But yeah, back to the order. So first you have a briefing about what's going on. If you have to take the TAPIS test, you take that. Then you go straight to your medical. First, you're gonna do your vision test and your hearing test. One or the other, but it's one of those two first. Then you go to briefing. You're not gonna have the physical before briefing. Briefing is gonna be like 35, 45, maybe an hour long. You're just filling out paperwork. Not filling out, you're signing stuff. You're making sure it's you. That's when they talk about the drug test. That's when you give consent whether or not they can do it. That's when they tell you what's going to be done during the physical. Like they tell you, like they tell you what you're going to do. So it's no surprises. And then after that, then you actually go to do the blood. You do your blood, you do your urine. the physical is the last. So the physical is the very last step. So when you, after you complete your physical, like the exercises, the interview, and the exam, you know you're done with everything. So that'll be the last thing. So that's the order. Next video, I'm going to show you the exercises. I love you guys. Forgive me if I'm talking too fast or like I'm kind of like looking at other stuff. I'm just looking, I'm trying to keep track of the time because it's really busy today. I was tired and now I have to wake up again. I have to take down my daughter's hair. It's gonna take a long time. I have to take my 4-year-old to get his shot for school. I gotta go to the Army office to get, now I gotta get the form that I was saying about my dependency waiver. It's like a financial statement. I have to do that. Also, you guys, my recruiter told me my level. Okay, so I was telling you like in a couple of videos ago, a few videos ago actually, about levels, what level you're, depending on what kind of waiver you need for anything, what level it's going to be at. So for me, and he read me the guidelines. So for me, because I have 3 children, and it already says you and your husband, and then your children, so it was 3. My level of waiver needs to be approved at a battalion level. So he told me from seeing that that takes maybe 2 to 3 days. He said maybe a week at the longest. He said you shouldn't have to wait longer than a week for that to be approved. So I'm really excited. That means by end of next week, early week after, I'll be good to go. Oh my god. So I'm gonna get that. I have a lot of stuff to do. I have to drive my daughter to Sacramento. I have a lot of stuff to do. So I'm tired. So excuse me for like being weird. But I promise you guys a video. As soon as I leave this house, I'm not gonna have any time to do this again. So at least today. So let me make the video about what the exercises you're gonna be doing. So I'll see you in a click. Get it? Because you click the next video. See you in a minute.